What is going on, my people? We are finally back again, bro. Hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. You done already. Family Gal's favorite is back again, bro. Here to preview everything that there is to preview for Matchday 36 in the Premier League. Some of the topics that we will cover in this video include Aston Villa's massive encounter against Tottenham, Man United, can they revive themselves with the win against Wolves? We have Arsenal taking on Brighton at the Emirates Stadium. Can they keep their title hopes alive? And Manchester City will play Everton at Goodison Park. Are Manchester City's title hopes about to deplete in this game? We're also going to talk about the madness that happened in the Champions League semi-finals first leg. If any of that stuff does interest you, fam, please stick around. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and let's get it cracking, bro. So Matchday 36 does of course kick off on Saturday, May 13th when Leeds United take on Newcastle. Leeds United, fam, they lost their last match against Man City 2-1. But honestly, they couldn't really get themselves into that game. And as for Newcastle, their last game was of course against Arsenal, fam. A bit unlucky in my opinion in that game. Yeah, they couldn't really get into it, but they were a bit unlucky not to at least get away with one goal. This is going to be a very fascinating game. Leeds United, they do not want to get relegated. They're going to do whatever it takes to, get out of that zone. I don't see it happening. I do think Leeds United will get relegated, but they're going to do whatever it takes. And as for Newcastle, they're looking good at the moment. They are flying, bro. I think they have their spot secured in the top 4. I'm pretty sure that is done and dusted, but you never know, fam. This is going to be a tough game. It really will be. I kind of feel Leeds United win in this match. That's why I'm going to go for a Leeds United win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Leeds United. However, Newcastle, they are my favorites to win this game. I think they can get a win, but I think Leeds United, most of the teams in that relegation zone, they're going to be putting all kinds of performances, fam. We then head over to St. Mary's Stadium where Southampton will be taking on Fulham. Southampton, fam, they got ripped in their last game against Nottingham Forest, losing 4-3. And as for Fulham, fam, they ripped apart Leicester City, beating them 5-3, bro. A massive game for Southampton. This is possibly their biggest game. No, not even possibly. This is their biggest game of the season, fam. Southampton need to win this game or they will be relegated from the Premier League. Anything less than a win will not be good enough. A draw is not good enough. Southampton, they need to win this game, fam. Everything is on the line. I unfortunately don't see them winning this game. I really don't. But a possible tie. I can see a possible tie, but I don't know. I know Fulham are playing with a bit of confidence after that Leicester City win, but I am taking into consideration that their away form isn't the best. So with that being said, Fulham are my favorites to get the 3 points in this game, fam. I think they can pull off like a smash and grab type of thing, but Southampton, I think they'll put up a bit of a fight. I think this is the end for Southampton, unfortunately. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in this game. We then head over to Stamford Bridge where Chelsea will be taking on Nottingham Forest. Chelsea, they've done really well in their last game, beating Bournemouth 3-1, I believe. And then Nottingham Forest, as mentioned already, they beat Southampton 4-3. Yeah, Chelsea on a little bit of form at the moment, fam. They looked pretty good in their last game. Defense still a little shaky, but overall they did look good. And Nottingham Forest, they do manage to pick up points here and there, but their away form still isn't is not that good. So I think Chelsea can definitely get the 3 points in this game. I do imagine that this is going to be a pretty close game. That's why I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Chelsea. We then head over to Villa Park where Aston Villa will take on Tottenham Hotspur. Aston Villa in recent games, fam, their thing has just been losing by 1-0 followed by flat performances. That's really been like their trend recently, and that happened in the last game against Wolves. They lost to 1-0 and couldn't really get into that game. And as for Tottenham, a good win against Crystal Palace. Not the most convincing of wins, but it was a good 1-0 win for them. They do continue to keep their top 4 hopes alive, and I don't know, fam, can they keep their top 4 hopes alive in this game? This is going to be a massive game for Tottenham Hotspur. If they lose this game, fam, their chances of getting that top 4 does slip away from them significantly. Yeah, I don't know, fam. This is going to be a really close game. I do fancy Aston Villa to bounce back in this game. It has been a little while since I played at home. So Aston Villa for me are my favorites going into this game. I think they can possibly snatch the 3 points, but Tottenham, they will put up a fight. Believe it or not, I'm going to go for a 3-2 win for Aston Villa. I can kind of see loads of goals coming out of this fixture, but yeah, if there's not too many goals, I just see it being a very close game. We then head over to Old Trafford, where Man United will be taking on Wolves. Man United were very flat in their last game against West Ham when they lost 1-0. Disappointing performance. And as for Wolves, loads of smash and grabs as of recently, and not even recently, for most of the second half of the season. Wolves have been doing a little smash and grab thing. It was a smash and grab in their last game against Aston Villa when they won 1-0. Wolves are a very physical side. I don't think they'll make it easy for Man United. However, Man United are playing at home in this game. And Man United, for me, I think they're a very good side at home this season. They tend to do pretty well. Yeah, this is a crucial game for Man United. They need to get the 3 points in this game. Every point counts for Man United from here on to the end of the season. They are head-to-head with Liverpool for that top 4. So yeah, a win here is crucial, fam. So with that being said, I am anticipating that Man United will put in a good performance in this game. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Man United. I can see like a 2-0 as well, but I don't know. I'm not convinced they'll get a clean sheet. So yeah, a 3-1 win for Man United. The last and final fixture on Saturday for Matchday 36 is of course at Selhurst Park, where Crystal Palace will be taking on Bournemouth. Crystal Palace didn't really say anything in their last game against Tottenham. Couldn't get into the game. Maybe they could have snatched at least one goal and gotten a draw out of it, but they couldn't get into it. And as for Bournemouth, they had a chance to get something out of Chelsea, but they weren't good enough, fam. They really were not good enough. After that one goal that they scored, everything after that was like whatever. They're very flat after that. Crystal Palace are my favorites going into this game. However, I do think this is going to be a very equal game, fam. And Crystal Palace in recent weeks have been pretty flat, fam. I don't know what it is, because they were playing pretty well, but recently they've been struggling to even score goals, fam. It seems like they're in a bit of a funk. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is going to be a very close game. So yeah, as mentioned already, Crystal Palace are my favorites going into this game. I do think they can get the 3 points. That's why I'm going to go for a very slender 2-1 win for Crystal Palace. However, Bournemouth, I think they could potentially get a draw out of this game. Heading into Sunday, we do of course head over to Goodison Park, where Everton will be taking on Manchester City. Everton, they done fantastic in their last game against Brighton. They absolutely slaughtered the Seagulls, bro. I mean, what a performance, bro. Decore, Calvert-Lewin, Iwobi, they all turned up on the day. It was absolutely fantastic. If they can put in a similar performance in this game against City, I mean, geez, that would be something. And then as for Man City, a slender win, 2-1 win in their last game against Leeds United. Gundogan, if you guys remember, scored a brace, had the chance to get a hat-trick, but didn't by missing a penalty. And in the Champions League, they drew 1-1 with Real Madrid, fam. One of the best games or semi-final first legs in the Champions Leagues that I've ever seen in my lifetime, fam. That was some game. Vinny Jr., De Bruyne, it had everything, bro. It was a really good game. But yeah, Everton, they need these 3 points, fam. They do not want to get relegated, fam. And I think that performance against Brighton that we saw during the midweek showed that these men do not want to get relegated. However, I know Man City, fam, coming off of the Champions League game against Real Madrid, they are going to be a little bit tired, just considering that they played very recently, and then with travel, all that stuff, they are going to be a little tired going to this game. But they are hungry, fam. They are hungry. City are in the driving seat to win the Prem, and I don't think they're gonna, just let it slip away. But anyways, I do genuinely believe that either side can get the 3 points, fam. I really do. Man City are favorites for obvious reasons, but Everton, fam, I think teams like Brighton, for example, are underestimating them, fam. And believe it or not, I am gonna go for a 2-2 draw in this game. City, it wouldn't surprise me if they win it. They have everything in their favor to win this game, but Everton, they have they're fighting for their lives, bro. They're gonna do absolutely everything they can to stay up, and yeah, that's why I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw in this game. After that, we do of course have Brentford taking on West Ham. Brentford, not the best of performances against Liverpool as anticipated, fam. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a flat performance from them, and that's what it was. I thought they were maybe a bit unlucky not to at least get a goal. Maybe not win it or draw, but at least get a goal, fam. And as for West Ham, they done well to stand us to Man United in their last game when they won 1-0. Yeah, this is going to be a seriously tough game, fam, for both sides. West Ham, I know they're a decent side, but on the road, they have been very inconsistent. And I would say they've been more bad than good, in my opinion. Brentford, they've been a pretty, problematic side when it comes to playing at home, fam. This is going to be a really close game. Maybe a tie, honestly. I think it is going to be that close. It should be a tough and physical game. But anyways, as good as West Ham are playing at the moment, I actually fancy Brentford to potentially get the 3 points in this game, believe it or not. But I'm not getting too far ahead of myself. I do think it is going to be close. I do think it is going to be a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game. The last and final fixture on Sunday for Matchday 36 in the Premier League is, of course, at the Emirates Stadium, where Arsenal will be taking on Brighton. This is going to be a massive game for Arsenal. They are still showing fight. They will fight till the end. They are showing that, but I don't know. I think Brighton will push them to the limit, fam. This is a tough one. Even though Arsenal are playing at home, they are a good side at home. This is not going to be an easy game, fam. It really, really isn't. And if I recall correctly, I think it was like in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup, one of those. Arsenal actually lost to Brighton at the Emirates in one of those competitions. So this is going to be a tough one, fam. And I'm assuming Welbeck will play in this game. And I'm assuming that Arsenal will potentially concede a goal. Arsenal, for me, are my favorites for very obvious reasons. I genuinely do believe they have everything in their favor going to this game. They've been playing well within the last couple of games that they've had. They've been scoring goals. In terms of attack, they don't have too much to worry about. It's more so the defense. They shouldn't be conceding goals, fam, at least at this time of the season. I think replacing Zinchenko with someone like Tierney is essential for this game, fam. I really, really do. And then Brighton, I don't know how they're going to recover, fam. They got absolutely slaughtered in their last game against Everton. However, they do tend to play well against London clubs, fam, on the road. So that is something to keep in mind. And it's going to be an interesting game, fam. This is going to be a massive one for Arsenal. If Arsenal do lose this game, it's over, fam. It can be over. Mathematically right now at this moment in time, they still can win the Prem, but they do need to win all their games. And I mentioned this in my last video, I do believe they can win all their games. So yeah, fam, hopefully we are in for a thriller. I'm very excited for this game. I think it should be one of the best games of this weekend. Arsenal, I think they'll do their thing. I really, really do. That's why I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for the Arsenal. I don't think Brighton can even, get a point from this game. They can give Arsenal a hard time, but that really is about it. And yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for the Arsenal. The last and final fixtures to conclude Matchday 36 in the Premier League is on Monday when Leicester City take on Liverpool at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City got absolutely ripped to shreds, as mentioned already, in their last game against Fulham, losing 5-3. And Liverpool, fam, I don't think they played fantastic in their last game against Brentford. They did edge it, but it was an overall decent performance, fam. A decent 1-0 for them. Leicester City, they need to start picking up points now before it is too late. I did mention this in my last video. I think Leicester City, they're reeking, that smell of let's get relegated, like we can get relegated. Leicester City, they definitely can get relegated, and I think a lot of that is just down to the defense. The defense is really, really poor. I know the attack hasn't been really turning up with just this whole season overall. Really, really hasn't. It's been okay, but it's just the defense that's been absolutely shocking, bro. Liverpool, for very obvious reasons, are favorites going to this game. They have been playing well within, recent weeks, so they do have everything in their favor. However, Leicester City, I don't think they'll make it easy for them. Again, they need to pick up points from the last couple games that remain are crucial to Leicester City's season if they want to stay in the Prem. And yeah, believe it or not, I am going to go for a 1-0 win for Leicester City in this game. Liverpool, I think they can get a win in this game, maybe like a 2-1 or something, but I think Leicester City, they potentially wake up and get a 1-0 win in this game. Aside from that, we did of course have the Champions League semi-final first leg. The Man City versus Real Madrid game was an absolute joy to watch, as I mentioned earlier. It was a very head-to-head game, and it does make me very excited to, you know, see what happens in the second leg, because it is kind of unpredictable. City are definitely my favorites to, you know, get the job done, but who knows, fam. Real Madrid, they're looking good at the moment. More so Vinicius Jr., bro. What a goal he scored. And De Bruyne, fam, I mean, what a goal my man scored. And as for the Inter versus AC Milan game, a relatively one-sided game. Inter Milan, they started off very fast, fam. Got 2 great goals. AC Milan, they never had a clue, bro. If we're being completely honest, they never had a clue. They looked absolutely flat. I don't know if they were nervous. I really don't know. I know they have a relatively young side. I know Rafael Leao not being there was a big miss, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe Inter Milan just breezed past it, but who knows, fam. This is the Champions League. Magic does happen, and maybe AC Milan, they snatch it up in the second leg. But anyways, fam, I hope you lot did enjoy. If you did, like always, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Let me... I hope you lot did enjoy. If you did, like always, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Let me know in the comments down below what match you're looking forward to the most for Matchday 36. What player's going to play the best? What team is going to play the best? All that stuff in the comments down below. Also, what were your thoughts on the Champions League semi-final first leg? Who do you think will ultimately progress to the final? What were your thoughts on the Europa League? All that stuff in the comments down below. And yeah, fam, like always, I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic, and I'll see you guys soon.